Imagine stepping outside and it feels like an oven. The air is thick, heavy, each breath a struggle. Streets are empty, the heat unbearable. Crops are failing, farmers watch helplessly as their fields turn to dust. Food prices skyrocket and water, a basic necessity, becomes a luxury. Power grids are shutting down under the strain. Hospitals, homes, entire cities left in the dark. The last 8 years, the hottest on record, and experts warn this is just the beginning. Heat waves and droughts are no longer rare disasters. They are becoming our new reality. But why is this happening? And more importantly, what can we do about it? Let's find out. Heat waves and droughts are not just inconvenient weather patterns, they are silent disasters, reshaping our world, affecting everything, from agriculture to economies and even our daily lives. Every year they grow more frequent, more intense, and the consequence? They go far beyond just feeling a little hotter in the summer. From scorching cities to failing crops, from water shortages to economic crises, these extreme events are quietly rewriting the way we live. I'm Dan, a civil engineer, and in this video we'll break it all down. Why heatwaves and droughts are getting worse, the hidden impacts you may not have thought about, and how we can fight back against this growing crisis. Because heatwaves and droughts aren't just a future's problem, they're happening now, and what we do next matters. Let's start by understanding the science behind what we are experiencing. First, what exactly is a heatwave? It's not just a hot day, it's a period of extreme, prolonged high temperatures that far exceed the norm. And then there's drought, a long-term water shortage, often intensified by low rainfall and mismanagement of our water systems. One major trigger is the buildup of greenhouse gases in our atmosphere. These gases, such as carbon dioxide and methane, trap heat that would otherwise escape into space. These processes, known as the greenhouse effect, result in hotter summers and more intense heat waves. Another critical factor is the increased capacity of warmer air to hold moisture. While it might seem that more moisture could lead to more rain, the opposite happens in many dry regions. Warmer air holds more water vapor, yet it also speeds up evaporation, leaving already arid areas even drier and intensifying drought conditions. Finally, changes in our planet's atmospheric circulation, particularly disruptions in the jet stream, are playing a critical role. When the jet stream becomes inconsistent, it can stall weather systems over a region for days or even weeks. This means that heat waves can linger, prolonging exposure to extreme conditions and deepening the impact of droughts. Each of these factors, greenhouse gas buildup, altered moisture dynamics, and jet stream disruptions, interact to create a perfect storm. Even worse, these factors are creating a feedback loop and empowering each other. For example, melting ice reduces the Earth's reflectivity, causing more absorption of heat, which in turn accelerates warming. This is making heatwaves and droughts not only more common, but also more severe than ever before. But the impact of these extreme conditions extend far beyond our discomfort. Let's look at what's really at stake. Extreme heat isn't just uncomfortable, it's deadly. Higher temperatures mean increased cases of heat stroke, dehydration, and even cardiovascular events. For example, during the 2021 Pacific Northwest heatwave, temperatures soared to a staggering 49 degrees Celsius or 121 degrees Fahrenheit, resulting in hundreds of tragic deaths. And communities in low-income areas often lack access to air conditioning or clean spaces, making them even more vulnerable. This isn't just a matter of discomfort, it's a crisis that extrapolates existing inequalities. Have you ever noticed that cities feel way hotter than the countryside? That's the urban heat owl effect, and it's more dangerous than you think. During the day, asphalt, concrete and buildings absorb heat from the sun, but unlike forests or open land, cities don't cool down as quickly at night. Instead, they trap and radiate that heat back into the air, making the urban areas of several degrees warmer than their surroundings. This isn't just uncomfortable, it's a real problem. Higher temperatures mean more heat waves, increased energy use for air conditioning, and worse air quality for vulnerable groups like the elderly, young children, and people in low-income areas. Extreme heat can even be deadly. And here's the kicker. As climate change makes heat waves more intense, the urban heat owl effect will only get worse, pushing city temperatures even higher. If we want to protect our cities and the people in them, we need to cool things down before it's too late. Droughts devastate agriculture, leading to crop failures and surging food prices. Groundwater depletion further turns drinking water into a scarce resource. Consider California's ongoing water crisis, which doesn't just affect local farms, it has global ripple effects on food supplies. Then there's our infrastructure. The soaring demand for air conditioning during these heat waves puts enormous strain on the power grid. This is often leading to widespread electricity blackouts, like what we saw in Texas during the 2021 heat wave. Extreme heat even warps roads, bridges and railways, while wildfires fueled by these conditions further damage our built environment. These hidden consequences remind us that what might seem like just hot weather is in fact a multifaceted crisis touching every part of our lives, from our health to our food, to our water and our very infrastructure. And despite these daunting challenges, innovative solutions are emerging around the globe. Let's explore how our cities and countries are fighting back. In many cities, efforts to combat urban heat are already underway. Cool roofs and reflecting pavements are reducing the urban heat owl effect, while green infrastructure such as urban forests and water-retaining landscapes provide natural cooling and shade. Water is a precious resource and smart management is key. Advanced irrigation techniques, along with wastewater recycling, are conserving water on a massive scale. In regions like Israel, innovative desalination plants transform seawater into fresh drinkable water, securing a vital resource for the future. Engineering innovations are also making a difference. Inspired by traditional designs, self-cooling buildings reduce the need for energy-intensive air conditioning. And floating solar farms not only generate renewable energy, but also help reduce evaporation, protecting our water resources. Some governments are now incentivizing energy-efficient building designs and sustainable urban planning, steps that could be critical in lessening the impact of future heat waves. These pioneering strategies show that while the challenges of heatwaves and droughts are significant, our capacity to adapt and innovate is even greater. By rethinking our urban landscapes, water management and engineering practices, we are building a future that's more resilient and sustainable. Heatwaves and droughts are no longer rare, they are our new normal. But here's the good news, we can adapt. Across the globe, cities, engineers and scientists are developing creative solutions to this growing crisis. The question is, are we fast enough? Now I want to hear from you. What's your experience with intense heat? Have you noticed climate shifts in your area? If you found this video informative, please like, comment and subscribe to Future-Proof Engineering. I'd also love to hear your thoughts. What sustainable solutions do you believe holds the most promise? Drop a comment down below and let me know what topics you want to explore next. Thanks for watching and remember, together we can engineer a sustainable future.